Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the Auxiliary Gymnasium here at Hicksville Schools. The elementary gym, the Red Zone Junior, whatever we want to call it, it is the locale for the junior high basketball action here at Hicksville Exempted Village Schools. And on this Thursday night, we are here with girls basketball action on the junior high level. The North Central Lady Eagles are here to visit the Lady Aces for both a 7th and an 8th grade game. The earlier contest on the 7th grade side went Hicksville's way, 23-17, and now the 8th graders are getting ready to take to the floor. We don't get starting lineups at the junior high level, so we're just going to run down the rosters. Here we go. For the North Central Lady Eagles, number 2 tonight will be Alexa Dominguez. Number 4 is Darby Stewart. Number 10, Maria Cruz. Number 14 is Caitlin Balzer. Number 24, Lily McMillan. Ashlyn Martin wears number 30, and Gracia Dominguez is number 13. She was a late addition, which is why her number is out of numerical order. For the Lady Aces, tonight there are 4 8th graders, and then they have some 7th graders that have been allowed to help out. The 8th graders are number 1, Aubrey Baird. Number 12, Martina Vasquez. Number 15, Bailey Scher. And number 32, Hayden Nyhart. Helping out tonight, number 2, Mackenzie Enderly. Number 3, Addie Perna. Number 11, Ashlyn Story. Number 23, Brooklyn Wright. And number 31, Lily Porter, off of the 7th grade squad. Those girls, the 7th graders, primarily, most of the 8th grade girls will be on the floor for the entirety of the game, and the 5th person will be rotating amongst the 7th graders for the most part. And it'll be Ashlyn Story, the 7th grader, out there to start the game tonight. Jump, and the ball controlled by North Central. It's grabbed by Caitlin Balzer. Balzer tosses it over to Dominguez, Alexa Dominguez, and it's out of bounds. And it'll be White's ball. So glad to have you here with us. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Brian Williams running the camera. Our coverage underwritten by the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. That's off Vasquez's hands and out of bounds. It'll be North Central's ball. And a quick timeout. So I guess that's fortuitous, so I can continue talking about the things we ran out of time before we actually got the game started. As we mentioned, our coverage underwritten by the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Second of 2 games here tonight. And again, only the second time that we've been able to see the junior high girls for the Lady Aces. 7th graders are looking pretty good, and we'll see how the 8th graders do here tonight. We're glad to have you here with us. Looking forward to some good basketball. We had a good, enjoyable game in the 7th grade matchup. We're back underway. That's McMillan with the ball for the Eagles, and she's going to be whistled for the offensive foul. Okay. So that will be on, that'll be actually away from the ball. That'll be Alexa Dominguez, who's going to get called for the offensive foul. Team foul number 1. For the Lady Eagles. Now for the Aces, Baird. Ball off her hands and into the hands of Alexa Dominguez. They work it down, shot up off the glass, no good, and another jump ball as they're battling for the basketball underneath the hoop, and that'll be for the Aces. Okay. Baird tosses it over to Vasquez. Vasquez back to Baird. Baird gets the ball. Down low, shot up, and no good, but a whistle. Nyhart took the shot, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And that one looks like it's going to be Martin, number 30, picking up the personal foul. And team foul number 2. Shot no good for Nyhart. She'll get one more. Nyhart's second one off the back of the iron and no good. Rebound comes down to Story. Story, I don't think was expecting it, and she's going to be called for the travel. She held up. She was afraid she was going to outrun her teammates and get the ball under control, and took the little step there. So back to the Lady Eagles. Looking for some help. Bounce pass inside, shot up, and that's good for Lily McMillan. McMillan with the first bucket of the night, and North Central takes the lead 2-0. Baird down low to Nyhart, off her hands and out of bounds. It'll be North Central's ball. Inbounds to Dominguez. Dominguez back over to McMillan. McMillan tried the alley-oop to get it into the hands of Balzer, but over her head. Here comes Baird for the Aces. To Vasquez. Vasquez going to pull the trigger, no good. Story runs it down in the corner. In trouble, gets it out of there, looking for some help. Story to Vasquez. Vasquez, and it's going to be another jump ball. And this time the possession arrow points to North Central. Inbounds to Alexa Dominguez. Dominguez loses the ball. It goes right between Vasquez's legs. It's picked up by Nyhart. Nyhart takes it the length of the floor, lays it up, no good. And it goes out of bounds, and it's Nyhart standing right there, and the ball hits her and goes out of bounds. So it'll be back into the hands of the Lady Eagles of North Central. Lily McMillan across the timeline. McMillan, bounce pass down to the corner to Dominguez, puts it up a little too much on it, no good. Rebound back into the hands of the Aces. Vasquez down the floor, kicks it back to Baird. Baird from just past the free throw line, no good. Turnaround, put back, and a whistle and a foul, and that's going to send Bailey Scher to the line. And that's going to be the second on Ashlyn Martin. And team foul number 3. And Bailey Scher hits the free throw. That gets the Lady Aces on the board, 2-1. Coming off the floor, Ashlyn Martin. In her place is Gracia Dominguez. So we have Alexa and Gracia Dominguez on the floor. I'll try to differentiate between the two. Second shot, no good. Rebound grabbed by Lily McMillan. McMillan across the timeline, working through traffic, feeds it down to Gracia Dominguez, puts it up, no good, and it's grabbed by Nyhart, who comes back the other way for the Lady Aces. Nyhart to Baird. Baird tries to put it up. It goes into Story's hand. Story takes the shot and hits it. Story gives the Aces their first lead of the night, 3-2. McMillan now for North Central. Bounce pass to Alexa Dominguez, and that pass is stolen by Baird. And Baird, did she step out of bounds or did she get bumped? She got bumped. And that's going to be McMillan picking up her first personal and team foul number 4 for the North Central Eagles. Baird with the ball for the Lady Aces. As we go under 3 minutes past the halfway point of our opening quarter. Vasquez almost loses the ball, gets it right back, gets it back to Baird. That pass is deflected. It gets back into Vasquez and back to Baird, and Baird takes a shot, no good. Scher tries to put it back up, and she's getting fouled again. So aggressive play by the Aces as Scher draws another foul, and that's going to be team foul number 5. And that's going to be the second on Lily McMillan. So the Aces racking up the fouls against them. And starting to smell the bonus coming their way. Scher hits it. But she'll get one more. Bailey Scher. Second shot. And doesn't get the bounce. Nyhart, though, grabs the rebound. Loose on the floor. Vasquez gets it under control, gets it to Baird. Baird back to Vasquez. Vasquez battling away, lines herself up, takes a shot, no good, knocked out of bounds. And that should be North Central's ball. Nope, they're going to say last touched by North Central. So I guess it must have been McMillan that knocked it out of bounds. Vasquez bounces it into Baird. Baird, her shot partially blocked. And there's a tie up underneath. Baird kicks it back out to Story. Story takes the shot, and now it's Schurz got the ball again to Vasquez. Vasquez going to put up a jumper off the side of the backboard, no good. And finally, Dominguez, Gracia Dominguez, controls the ball for North Central. She gets it to McMillan. McMillan loses the dribble. Baird steals it away. Baird goes underneath the basket, puts it up off the bottom of the backboard, but she's fouled. So it'll be Aubrey Baird going to the line, and that'll be the third personal on Lily McMillan. Team foul number 6 for North Central. Baird, and gets the bounce. It's good. 5-2. Aubrey will have one more. And she gets that one too. Lady Aces doing pretty, and she steals the inbounds pass, puts it up, no good, and gets the rebound. 2-on-1, and she gets the bucket. And we're going to have a timeout on the North Central bench after that. Baird not only gets the 2 free throws, but she's right there, picks off the inbounds, takes a shot, misses, gets her own rebound, and puts it up and gets the bucket to go down and gives the Lady Aces an 8-2 lead, up by 6 here in the waning moments of our first quarter. 8th grade girls basketball here on Hicksville Community Television. Aces will be in the bonus next time they are fouled. The Lady Eagles have committed 16 fouls. So again, an early bonus for the Lady Aces might be beneficial for them as well, as they could be shooting a lot of free throws as we move through the second quarter. Alexa Dominguez is going to inbound. Oh, I take that back. I've got the wrong player. I was looking at the wrong player. Inbounds. And that's Darby Stewart. And the ball is going to be knocked off. Either Stewart or Dominguez touched it last. That was Cruz, Maria Cruz, who's into the game now for North Central, wearing number 10. Baird to Vasquez. Vasquez, little fake, and gets it back to Baird. Baird from three-point land, no good. Story with the putback, and it is good. Ashlyn Story, her second bucket of the night, makes it a 10-2 game. Cruz, bounce pass, gets it in to Stewart. Stewart across the timeline, doing some fancy dribbling, getting away from the defender, lays it up and in. Good looking shot. Darby Stewart makes it 10-4. Baird closing in on a minute to go in our opening quarter, and Baird traveled. No doubt about that one. Baird will turn it over on the travel. Cruz into Alexa Dominguez. Dominguez on the wing, back to Cruz. Cruz bounce pass down low to Gracia Dominguez. His shot is up, no good, and rebound grabbed by Nyhart for the Lady Aces. Nyhart flips it over to Baird. Baird with 43 seconds. Baird to Vasquez, long 2, no good. Rebound, they're bouncing it around underneath the bucket, and Gracia Dominguez comes up with it. She tosses it over to Cruz. Cruz across the timeline with 28 seconds left in the quarter. Gracia Dominguez, and we're going to have a whistle on the pass to Alexa Dominguez. And that's going to be the first one on Aubrey Baird, and also team foul number 1 on the Lady Aces. Alexa Dominguez gets it off to Cruz. Cruz bounce pass down low. And 2 off the side of the backboard for Stewart. Darby was just a little too far underneath the bucket. Couldn't get the line she wanted. 8 seconds. Baird. Back to Baird. And Baird. Long two. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. So we've played the first 6. And the Aces jump out to an 8-point lead after the first quarter. It's 12-4 Hicksville over North Central. As we get ready to head into quarter number 2, we want to take some time to say a big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters. They, of course, are the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt Truck Lot, and, of course, online at jimschmidtauto.com. And don't forget that in addition to the great selection of vehicles, they also have a couple of terrific service departments at both the dealerships. So if you are looking for the basic maintenance type of stuff, they usually have some pretty terrific deals on things like oil changes, tire rotations, tune-ups. But if you need major work done, they can get that taken care of for you as well. It is all about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio. We are so proud to have them as our underwriters for our basketball broadcast here in the 2019-20 basketball season. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. We'll get ready to get back into action. Grab my scorebook here. And it'll be Aces ball to start the second quarter. They inbounds to Baird, and here we go. Baird being guarded by Alexa Dominguez. She feeds it down low to Nyhart. Nyhart shot's no good. Ball loose on the floor. Still being battled for. It comes up into the hands of Gracia Dominguez. She gets it to Cruz. Bounce pass down to Stewart. Stewart shot up off the iron and no good. Nyhart grabs the board. She tosses it to Baird. Baird guarded by Stewart, and she did a double dribble. So it'll be a turnover back to the Eagles with 5:30 left to go in the half. So only a quick half a minute into the second quarter. Cruz gets the ball into Alexa Dominguez. Dominguez guarded by Baird. Dominguez bounce pass to Gracia Dominguez. Tries to put it up, partially blocked. Comes down into the hands of Nyhart. Nyhart across the timeline for the Aces. Gets it to Baird. Baird drives baseline. Baird puts it up. No good, but she'll go to the line and shoot two. That'll be number 7. That'll be the first personal foul on Gracia Dominguez, number 13. And Baird at the line to shoot two. Misses the first one. She'll get one more. Some player-to-player contact, as they say, in the box, and their positions on either side for the free throw, and Baird's second shot is good. So just a friendly warning from the officials. Alexa Dominguez, and she went over and back. Stepped across the half-court line. And drew the whistle. The North Central coach was questioning because she didn't go all the way across, and usually they want you to go all the way across, but that's what the official blew the whistle for, so it'll stand. 13-4, Aces with the lead after the Baird free throw. Ball out of bounds to North Central. Cruz gets it into Stewart. Stewart, oh, I take that back, check that, that's Balzer. I saw the 4, but not the 1. It's 14, not 4. Loose ball, and that'll be a whistle. And it'll be 2 shots. And that will be, I think, on Lily Porter. Yep, Lily Porter into the game. Picks up a personal foul. And that's going to put Darby Stewart at the line. Stewart, nothing but net. She'll get one more. Second one. Boom. She's got it dialed in. That's good-looking free throws from Darby Stewart. Baird across the timeline. Baird gets the ball in. It would have been a nice pass into Cher, but she lost the handle. And it winds up in the hands of the Eagles. Here comes Alexa Dominguez. Dominguez bounces it off of her own foot out of bounds, and it'll be Ace's ball on the sideline. Vasquez gets the ball into Baird. Baird across half court. Feeds it into Nyhart. Nyhart goes to the hoop, but I think she might have taken an extra step. Nope, she got fouled. So Nyhart at the line. And I think that's going to be on Balzer. Caitlin picks up her first personal. Team foul number 8 for North Central. Nyhart's first free throw off the back of the iron, no good. Nyhart still scoreless tonight. Looking for her first point. And she misses both free throws. Garcia Dominguez grabs the ball, tosses it to Alexa Dominguez. Alexa working over on the side, bounce pass to Cruz. Cruz working in, bounce pass inside to Stewart, and Stewart's going to have the ball ripped out of her hands. And it's going to be North Central's ball. Everybody was kind of confused there for a minute. Gracia Dominguez inbounds it to Stewart, puts it up, no good. And it goes out of bounds, and that should be Hicksville's ball. .354 left in the half. Baird with the ball. Baird across the timeline. Knocked away, Gracia Dominguez going to go coast to coast, lays it up, no good. But the follow-up is also no good. And Baird is going to lose it out of bounds. Ooh, is she okay? Couldn't quite see. She was heading towards the bleachers face first. We don't want to see that. Couple of nice-looking shots. Neither of them went down for the Eagles. Balzer, I thought for sure, was going to put the ball in. And we're going to have another consultation on the sideline. Official and the coach. And it'll be North Central's ball. Balzer gets the ball in, and it's loose on the floor. Vasquez comes away with it, gets it to Scher. Scher puts it up and in. Bailey Scher gets the bucket and makes it 15-6. Alexa Dominguez for North Central. Dominguez traveled, moved the pivot foot, and it'll be another turnover. 3:17 to go. Into Baird. Baird across the timeline with 3:13. Baird feeds it to Nyhart. Nyhart goes to the hoop, up and in. Hayden Nyhart gets the bucket, and it'll be a timeout on the floor on the North Central bench. Quick 30-second timeout as the Aces have turned on the Jets here. They're up by 11, 17-6. And North Central's had their opportunities. They just have not been able to get the shots to go through the hoop here. They've had some good-looking offense and some good-looking shots. They just haven't been able to bring it home. So, but we also saw similar in the first game, and it wound up being a pretty neck-and-neck game towards the end. So you never know what's going to happen when a team is going to get hot, going to get cold. And again, the 4 8th graders remaining on the floor, and Lily Porter, the 7th grader, to make it a 5-person roster. Cruz will inbounds the ball for North Central. And she'll bring it across the timeline. Cruz looking for some help, gets it into Alexa Dominguez. Dominguez also looking for some help. Ball is loose, it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Eagles. So Gracia Dominguez is going to handle the inbounds. Gracia, bounce pass. And so we're going to have a warning on the Hicksville player who reached across the end line and touched the ball for the inbounds pass. So that will be a warning. And they'll have a quick substitution back into the game. Ashlyn Martin as Caitlin Balzer will have a seat. Dominguez gets it into Cruz. Cruz battling amongst the tall timber down on the baseline. And she got it to Gracia Dominguez, who tried to get it to Martin, and Martin lost it out of bounds. Aubrey Baird. Baird feeds it down to Cher. Cher puts it up off glass, no good. Rebound grabbed by Darby Stewart. Stewart bounce pass to Alexa Dominguez. Dominguez is going to put up the runner, no good. And there's going to be a whistle, and Neihart, I think, might be going down to the other end to shoot some 1-and-1, as they're going to call Dominguez, Alexa Dominguez, for her second personal foul and team foul number 9 on the Eagles. So Hayden Neihart will be at the line to shoot 1-and-1. Misses the front end. Vasquez grabs the board. Her turnaround putback, no good and out of bounds, and that'll be North Central's ball. Well, I'm going to say last touched by North Central. That's why it went that way. It was deflected. All right. Scherer with the ball to Vasquez. Vasquez, long, and then Baird puts up, and it won't drop, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Aubrey Baird looked like she might have got the roll and a chance for a three-point play. Wasn't to be the case. Gracia Dominguez gets her second personal. Team foul number 10, so regardless, it's 2 shots from here on out for the Lady Aces. Baird gets the first one. That's, I've got down 8 points now for Aubrey here in the first half. Baird one more. In and out. Neihart puts it back. Too much on it. And that comes down into the hands of Stewart. Stewart across the timeline with 2:07 left in the half. Bounce pass down low. Stolen away by Baird. They tried to get it into Gracia Dominguez. Over to Vasquez. And Vasquez has the shot partially blocked out of bounds, with 1:56 to go in the half. Vasquez looks to get the ball in. One of her teammates gets it to Neihart. Neihart to Cher. Cher, an easy bucket off the glass and good. 20-6 as the Aces are starting to run on all 8 cylinders here late in the second quarter. Shot up, no good. Another good-looking shot by Darby Stewart, but just couldn't get it to go down. Vasquez to Cher. Cher up off glass and good. Good offensive series for the Aces once again. Under 90 seconds left in the half. Alexa Dominguez to Cruz. Cruz to Gracia Dominguez, who puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound comes down to Martin. Martin back to Cruz. Cruz's second shot no good. And put back and a whistle. Martin, I think, is going to draw the foul. Martin is going to go to the line to shoot 2 with 1:03 left in the second quarter, as that will be Hayden Neihart's first personal foul. Only team foul number 3 on the Lady Aces. Martin's shot is short. She'll get one more. Alexa Dominguez will go have a breather. And I think it's Balzer back into the game to spell her. They're going to wave that one off. She went over the line. Stepped on the line with the shot, so no change in the score. It remains 22-6. Baird across the timeline with a minute exactly, under a minute now. Vasquez to Baird. Baird to Vasquez. Vasquez lines it up, puts the ball up, and drives it home. Her first points of the night. Cruz needs somebody to get the ball in. And she does. Balzer gets it right back to Cruz across the timeline with 36. Cruz knocked loose. She gets the ball back, but then it's stolen by Schur, and she tries to get it into Gracia Dominguez. Dominguez taps the ball out of bounds. It'll be Ace's ball with 26.4 seconds underneath the basket. Vasquez, bounce pass into Neihart. Neihart over to Baird to Vasquez. Her turnaround, no good. And it'll be Ace's ball out of bounds. No fall there. It's just called the jump ball because Darby Stewart grabbed it. And it was a jump ball. Nice feed inside to Neihart, no good. Schur with the putback, no good. And we're going to have another whistle, and it's going to be out of bounds to the North Central Eagles with 10.5 seconds left in the first half of basketball in this 8th grade basketball game. Martin gets it right back to Cruz. Cruz across the timeline. Don't have a lot of time to waste. Cruz, bounce pass. Martin's going to launch it. Put back, up, no good. Balzer took the shot but couldn't get it to drop, and that's the end of the first half. We've reached halftime of this girls' 8th grade basketball game with the Aces leading the visiting North Central Eagles 24-6, our halftime score. We're going to take a break, but we invite you to stay tuned. Brian and I are going to be back, and we're going to have all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV. Back here at the Auxiliary Gymnasium, getting ready to get the second half of this girls' 8th grade basketball game underway. Bill and Brian, glad to have you here with us. If you're just joining us, our halftime score, it's the homestanding Lady Aces leading the North Central Lady Eagles 24-6. Unofficial scoring in the first half for North Central, pretty straightforward. Number 4, Darby Stewart. A bucket and 2 free throws for 4 points, and a bucket and 2 for Lily McMillan. That's their 6 points. On the Aces side, Aubrey Baird and Bailey Scher both having pretty good first half. Aubrey with a couple of field goals and 4 free throws for 8 points. Bailey had 3 buckets and a couple of free throws for 8 points. After that, Ashlyn Story, 2 buckets for 4, and a bucket and 2 points for Hayden Neihart and for Martina Vasquez. And there you have it, 24-6, our halftime score. Looking at the foul situation for North Central, Lily McMillan picked up 3 personal fouls in the first half. Ashlyn Martin, Gracia Dominguez, and Alexa Dominguez each have 2. And on the Aces side of the coin, it was pretty much penalty-free. Aubrey Baird, Hayden Neihart, and Lily Porter each picked up 1 personal foul, and that's it. So the Aces only committed 3 personal fouls in the first 12 minutes. And we'll see how things go in the second 12. 24-6, and again, North Central with the ball to get things started. Make that Lily McMillan back in the game now with the ball. McMillan, and they're going to say she threw the elbow. And wow, that's going to be 4 on McMillan. So she comes in, and she's going to have to pretty much come right back out, it looks like. They're going to keep her on the floor for right now, but that's 4 on Lily McMillan, who's one of their better players. Shot up by Baird, no good. She gets her rebound, puts it back up underneath the basket, no good. We'll come back the other way with Balzer. Balzer tries to feed the ball inside. It's taken away. And here come the Lady Aces. Baird with the ball on the wing. Baird feeds it into Neihart. Neihart goes to the hoop and draws the foul. And Hayden Neihart will be at the line to shoot 2. We'll see who they rack that one up against. That'll be the 3rd personal on Ashlyn Martin, number 30. 2 team fouls already for the North Central Eagles, and we've only played 37 seconds. Shot is good for Nyhart. Nyhart will get one more. And that one's off the back of the iron and no good. McMillan grabs the rebound. She'll bring it up across the timeline. McMillan bounce pass to Alexa Dominguez. Dominguez turnaround jumper, no good. Baird grabs the rebound for the Aces. Baird feeds it down to Nyhart. She turns around, puts it up off the glass, no good. And Martin grabs the ball for North Central. Martin across the timeline. She'll stop at the free throw line, put it up, no good. Put back up off the back of the iron, no good. And another attempt, no good. And Nyhart grabs the rebound that time away from the Eagles. Nyhart to Vasquez. Vasquez looking for some help. Bounce pass up, no good. Scher grabs it. She tries to get the cleanup shot, no good. Nyhart with it once again. Now to Baird. Baird on the wing. Working down towards the corner. Gets it back out to Vasquez. She lines it up. A long two, no good. And the rebound grabbed by McMillan. McMillan working down low. Bounce pass to Martin. Back to McMillan and now to Dominguez. Dominguez gets it to Martin, and Martin takes it into the paint. Nothing there. Now to McMillan. McMillan back out to the top of the key. They'll reset. We go under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Dominguez gets it to Balzer. Balzer bounce pass to Martin. Martin running the offense here, trying to get something going. Martin puts it up and drops it. Ashlyn Martin makes it 25-8, and we're going to have a whistle and a push. And that one is going to be, let's see, I think they said number 2, but they haven't put a foul up. There they go. I think that's going to be 3 on Dominguez, Alexa Dominguez, and it is. Vasquez lines it up, takes the shot, no good. McMillan grabs the rebound and heads back in the other direction. McMillan takes the ball out on the wing, bounce pass to Dominguez. Dominguez puts up the shot, no good. Scher grabs the rebound for the Lady Aces. Scher's off to the races. Feeds it down low, and we're going to have a tie-up between Nyhart and Dominguez. Possession arrow points to the Aces. Gracia Dominguez and Cruz back into the game as McMillan and I think that was Balzer came out. Shot is no good. North Central with the rebound. Alexa Dominguez. Bounce pass to Balzer. Balzer has it taken away by Scher. Scher tries to get it to Vasquez, and it's knocked out of bounds by Cruz. So it was Stewart that sat down rather than Balzer for North Central. Keep the players straight. Baird gets the inbounds, gets it off to Story, to Vasquez. Vasquez takes the shot, no good. Scher tries to get the put back, and she'll be fouled, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And that might be 4 on Dominguez. We'll see. Nope, they're going to call Caitlin Balzer. That'll be her second. And already team foul number 4 on North Central. 2:34 to go in the third quarter. Scher's first free throw, no good. She'll get one more. Bailey Scher's got one more coming. And she'll miss that one too. Martin grabs the rebound, gets it off to Alexa Dominguez. Dominguez works down the side, falls down, and travels. So another turnover for the Eagles. Vasquez into Story. Story across the timeline. Story looking for some help, gets it to Baird. Baird right to the bucket, puts it up off the iron, no good. Martin grabs the board for the Eagles, and we'll come back the other way. Martin stops, looks for some help, bounce pass to Cruz. Cruz almost loses the handle, gets it back, gets the ball back to Martin. Martin to Dominguez. Dominguez, Alexa puts it up, no good. Sure grabs the rebound, and quickly up the floor she goes. Sure tries to feed it across to Vasquez, but Cruz comes up with it for North Central. Cruz traveled. She tried to pull up and pass the ball off to Alexa Dominguez and took the little hop. So another turnover with 1:42 to go. Baird gets the inbounds from Vasquez, and we come back the other way with the Lady Aces. Bounce pass to Story. Story down to Vasquez. Vasquez partially blocked. Rebound, though, comes down into the hands of Baird. She'll put it up off the iron, no good. Vasquez trying to work free for the putback, not able to. She backs it out, tries to get it to Baird. She does. Baird working through some traffic, and Baird is going to be hit by Gracia Dominguez, and Dominguez will pick up her third. So Gracia Dominguez with 3 and Alexa Dominguez with 3 personal fouls. It'll be a common foul on the floor, but it is team foul number 5. Vasquez into Baird. Baird down low to Neihart. Up no good, and it's going to be a rugby scrum underneath the hoop. Jump ball, and the possession arrow will give it to the North Central Lady Eagles with 1:05 to go in quarter number 3. Cruz gets the ball, and Cruz is going to be fouled. And I think that might be... It's going to be team foul number 2, and I think they might have got Baird for the whistle. Nope, they're saying that's going to be Cher getting her first personal. I didn't see who made that shot. Neihart gets the ball. And it's knocked out of bounds out of Baird's hands. So it'll be Ace's ball out of bounds. So I'm going to have 2 points out in the ether because I don't remember. I was trying to catch and see whether that was an actual foul against the Aces. I thought that they called one, but they haven't put one up. So, okay, 15. Yep, that was her. Shares. Okay, there we go. So we are up to date. So at least we got the fouls straight. We're just going to be one off on the scoring. And that's going to be out of bounds to the Aces with 22.8 seconds left in the game. Baird into Vasquez. Vasquez down low to Neihart. Neihart and Martin are going to be battling for the ball. And that'll be another jump ball, and it's going to be the Aces on the possession arrow with 9.3 seconds left in the game. Into Neihart and into trouble, and another jump ball, and now it'll be North Central's ball. So North Central not doing a bad job working the possession arrow to get the ball back. McMillan, bounce pass, shoot, and that's no good. Stewart's shot at the buzzer does not go in, and after 3, it's the Aces continuing to lead 27-8, the third quarter score. So we'll have some time here to, again, say a big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio. As we get ready to head into the winter driving months, even though the weather's been mild so far, it may not always stay that way. As a matter of fact, they're saying we might even get some wintry weather coming up this weekend. So if your car needs to get winterized, you need to get the radiator checked to make sure that you don't freeze up. And all the other things necessary to make sure you are set and ready to go for the cold weather driving months ahead. You can stop by either Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick or Jim Schmidt Ford. Terrific service departments at both dealerships. And don't forget, if you're in the market for a vehicle, brand new, pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, check out the great selection they have on the lots, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. I want to thank them so much for their continued underwriting support. Remember, whenever you see Aces basketball on Hicksville Community Television, they're the ones that make it possible. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio. All right, 6 minutes left to go in this one. Aces with a seemingly comfortable 27-8 lead, and Hicksville will have the ball to start the quarter. Scher will inbounds to Baird. And we are underway. Baird, top of the key, works into the paint, tries to drive down low, and she loses the handle on the basketball. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a turnover to North Central. Cruz will bring it the other way. Cruz guarded by Scher, and she gets it off to Balzer. Balzer. Now Martin with the ball. Martin looking for someone to pass the ball to, gets it to McMillan. McMillan lining things up, gets it back to Cruz. Cruz down low to Martin. Nothing there, guarded by Nyhart. Martin's going to need to get it out of there. She gets it back out to Cruz. Cruz to Martin, a long two off the iron, no good. Ball grabbed by Vasquez. Vasquez takes it down, turns around, puts it up, no good. Porter with the ball for the Aces, tries to get it to Baird, but it's stolen away by Cruz. Cruz, nice feed to Stewart, up and in. Darby Stewart with the bucket to make it 27-10. Across the timeline, Aubrey Baird. Baird down low to Nyhart. Nyhart off the glass and good. Hayden Nyhart got her with 7 points now on the evening. 29-10. Down low, Balzer shot up, no good. And a whistle as it goes out of bounds on the baseline. It'll be Aces ball with 4:32 left in regulation. Baird gets the inbounds from Scher. And we're going to have an offensive foul. She pushes off. Or no, actually that's going to be away from the basket. That'll be Vasquez is going to pick that one up. That'll be her first, and team foul number 2. So Vasquez draws the offensive foul and turns the ball over to North Central. Shot up off the glass and good for Caitlin Balzer. 29-12. Baird working around the perimeter. Inside to Nyhart, turns around, puts it up a little bit short. She's going to go over the back. And that'll be Nyhart picking up her second personal and team foul number 3 for the Aces. North Central's ball. Cruz across the timeline. Cruz, bounce pass to Martin. Martin gets it down low. And that'll be a foul, and I think that's going to be on Porter for the pushing off. And it will be. And that'll be team foul number 3 on the Aces. And Porter's second. Shot up, no good. Vasquez grabs the board. Gets it to Porter. Porter throws it, no good. It gets launched back in. Nyhart grabs it. Nyhart falls backward, puts the shot up, no good. But she'll draw the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that will be Stewart picking up her first personal. Shot up, no good for Nyhart. The Dominguezes coming back into the game, Gracia and Alexis. As Martin and Balzer will have a seat. Nyhart's second shot is also no good. Rebound comes down, and we're going to have another jump ball between McMillan and Vasquez, and it'll be North Central's on the possession arrow. So McMillan will get it into Cruz, who will toss it right back to Lily McMillan. McMillan on the wing, back to Alexa Dominguez. Tries to get it down low to Cruz, but it's stolen away by Baird. Baird coast to coast, lays it up and in. Aubrey Baird gets the bucket, make it 31-12. McMillan down low to Cruz. She puts it up, in and out, no good. Stewart tried for the rebound. We're going to have a whistle. And it's going to be out of bounds off of the hands of Nyhart. So the Eagles will maintain possession. Just past the halfway point, 3 minutes. We're going to have another whistle. And we're going to have an offensive, we're going to have a foul away from the ball on Lily Porter. That'll be her third. And team foul number 5 now on the Aces. Bounce pass into Stewart, who puts it up and in. Stewart now with 8 points for the Eagles. 31-14 the score. Aces with the lead. Baird down low to Vasquez. Vasquez goes to the hoop, no good, and out of bounds, saved before going out of bounds, so by Gracia Dominguez. She'll get it over to Alexa Dominguez. Bounce pass down low to Stewart, who will again put it up and get the shot. Darby Stewart, 10 points now for her in the game. 31-16 as they edge a little bit closer. Baird down to Scher. Scher puts it up and in. Oh, nice looking play there, as that puts Bailey Scher into double figures with 10. McMillan now working to the perimeter, and the bounce pass goes right to Vasquez. Vasquez lays it up and in. Martina Vasquez now with 4 points and a 35-16 lead for the Aces. Under 2 minutes. McMillan back to Dominguez. Dominguez tried to put it up, and the ball is stripped, and Nyhart comes up with it for the Aces. Nyhart down the sideline, and the ball goes out of bounds. Pushed out of her hands by one of the North Central players. Cruz and Stewart are going to come out of the game, and then the North Central coach decides to take a timeout. Full 1 minute timeout, which will give us time to catch our breaths a little bit and get you caught up on where things stand here. We've got about a little over a minute and a half left to go in regulation, and it looks as though the Lady Aces do have this girls' 8th grade game well in hand, leading 35-16. The foul situation, North Central has committed 16 fouls, so their next infraction will put the Lady Aces into the bonus. Hicksville has committed 5 team fouls, so they still have a foul to give before they send the Lady Eagles to the free throw line. Neither team in any worries about running out of timeouts here before the game is through. And several North Central players with foul concerns, but McMillan is the only one with 4 personal fouls right now. Inbounds to Baird. Baird shot up, in and out, no good. And we're going to have a battle for the rebound. Balzer. And that's going to be another foul, and that's going to be on the Aces. And I think that's going to be Aubrey Baird picking up her second. Dominguez loses the handle, but Martin grabs it. Martin kicks it out to Balzer. Shot is no good, but McMillan turnaround, no good. Battles for the rebound. McMillan puts it up again, no good. And Nyhart grabs it. Baird to Vasquez, up, no good off the front of the iron as we go under a minute. And we're going to travel, so the Aces will get the ball back. as McMillan took the step into the game. Nyhart, after talking to the coach on the sideline briefly, bounce pass into Baird. Baird goes to the hoop, puts it up off glass, and good. Aubrey Baird now with, I've got her for a dozen points here tonight. A couple aces in double figures this game. McMillan tries to feed it down to Gracia Dominguez, who puts up the shot, no good. And Baird grabs it underneath the bucket. Baird long pass, and it's over the head or out of the reach of Nyhart, out of bounds. So with 29.2 seconds, we're going to have a timeout on the floor. And we'll take another pause in the action, a full 1 minute timeout as we get ready to close this one out. Less than 30 seconds to go here in regulation. So it looks like the Aces are in good stead to sweep both ends of the doubleheader here at the Red Zone this Thursday afternoon. Earlier tonight, the girls, 7th graders, won. They defeated North Central. Let me look it up here real quick, 23-17. And the 8th graders look to be in good shape to be able to put a W on their record here tonight as well. Again, getting near the end of the regular season for the junior high girls sports. So I think the 7th graders get started with their GMC tournament this weekend. I'm not sure what the 8th graders' schedule is, but again, just to rack up a home win to head into the tournament play. 29.2 seconds, North Central with the ball. McMillan inbounds it to Alexa Dominguez. Dominguez takes it across the timeline, bounces it down to Balzer. Balzer loses the handle, scooped up by Baird. Baird going to go the length of the floor, put it up, and she's going to draw the foul. It'll be a 2-shot foul, and I think that's going to be Caitlin Balzer getting her 3rd personal. It is. And Aubrey Baird will be at the line to shoot 2 with 14.5 seconds left. Baird misses the first one. Baird will get one more. And that one is good. Aubrey Baird. 14.5 seconds. McMillan into Dominguez. Alexa across the timeline. Bounce pass to Balzer. Balzer puts up the shot, no good. Ball's loose on the floor, and they're going to just let Dominguez get it. Bounce pass, and the time will expire. 38-16, the final score, as the Lady Aces put another one in the win column here at the auxiliary gym tonight. We're going to do some quick tabulations here. So bear with me while I add quickly on the fly. And here we go. Let's run down unofficial scores for you this evening. On the losing end of the scoreboard, the North Central Lady Eagles were led tonight by number 4, Darby Stewart. Darby had a bucket and 2 free throws in the first half, and then 3 more field goals in the second half to finish up with 10 points tonight. After that, 2 points each for Caitlin Balzer, Lily McMillan, and Ashlyn Martin. That accounts for their 16. For the Lady Aces, leading all scorers tonight was Aubrey Baird. Baird with 8 points in the first half, and she added 5 more in the second half to finish up with 13 points on the night. Following right behind her, Bailey Scher had 8 in the first half and a bucket in the second half to finish up with 10. After that, 7 points for Hayden Nyhart on 3 field goals and a free throw. 4 points each for Ashlyn Story and also for Martina Vasquez. So there you have it, 38-16, the final score, as the Lady Aces again win a doubleheader. The 7th graders won earlier, 23-17, and it's 38-17 for the 8th graders here at the auxiliary gym tonight. So with that, we're going to wrap up our coverage We do want to let you know that we're going to be back in action tomorrow night over at the main gymnasium with the JV and varsity girls basketball action as the Tenora Rams are going to be in town. Saturday night, I believe it's North Central playing the varsity and JV boys here at Hicksville. So we've got a lot of basketball coming up yet as the weekend progresses. So with that, we'll look forward to seeing you over across the way tomorrow night. And in the interim, we want to say a big thank you again to the Hicksville Junior High Athletic Department. Also, thanks to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships and to you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed our 8th grade girls basketball coverage this evening. So with that, we're going to call it a night, and we're going to head on out of here ourselves before the weather gets too bad. Once again, final score in the 8th grade girls basketball game, it's Hicksville defeating North Central 38-16. For Brian Williams on the camera, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing you a good night and good sports.